Abblocken.
To block the stall.
Abbrechen.
To stop, to break off, to call off.
Anrennen gegen.
To run against, to storm, to attack, to run into, to fight against.
Anschwärzen.
To blacken, name, to run down, to blacken, to get dirty.
Aufholen.
To catch up on.
Aufsteigen.
To rise.
Aufsteigen zu.
To be promoted to.
Aushandeln.
To negotiate.
Ausschneiden aus.
To cut out from.
Sich bewerben bei
To apply for with.
Einfordern.
To demand.
Einreden.
To persuade.
Sich einreden.
To talk oneself into believing.
Wer hat dir denn das eingeredet?
Who put that into your head?
Einreden auf.
To keep on and on at.
Eintreten für.
To stand up for, to speak up for.
Eintreten.
To come in, to kick in, to occur, to come.
Eintreten in.
To join.
Entlarven.
To unmask, to expose, to uncover.
Fördern.
To foster, to extract.
Gleichsetzen mit.
To equate with, to treat as equivalent to.
Sich hervortun.
To distinguish oneself, to show off.
Sich hervortun.
To make one's mark.
Neigen.
To bend.
Sich dem Ende zuneigen.
To draw to a close.
Neigen zu.
To be prone to have a tendency to.
Punkten bei.
To score, hit.
Postulieren.
To postulate.
Unterdrücken.
To oppress, to suppress, to hold back.
Unterstützen.
To support, to back.
Vereinbaren.
To agree, to arrange.
Vermeiden.
To evade, to avoid.
Verzichten auf.
To do without.
Voraussetzen.
To presume, to take for granted, to require, to demand.
Wirken auf.
To act on, to give the impression of being, to see as.
Wirken.
To seem, to appear.
Abstreiten.
To deny.
Beweisen.
To prove.
Einbrechen bei.
To burgle.
Einbrechen in.
To break into, to fall through.
Ermitteln.
To determine, to ascertain, to trace, to establish, to investigate.
Erpressen.
To blackmail.
fordern.
To demand, to claim, to stretch.
Misshandeln.
To mistreat.
Mogeln.
To cheat.
Rauben.
To rob, to cost.
Den Schlaf rauben.
To rob of one's sleep.
Den letzten Nerv rauben.
To drive one mad.
Sich beschränken auf.
To stick to.
Sich verstricken in.
To be mixed up in, to be involved in, to be embroiled in.
Stehlen.
To steal.
Die Zeit stehlen mit.
To waste one's time with.
Er kann mir gestohlen bleiben.
He can go hang.
Umbringen.
To murder.
Sich umbringen.
To kill oneself, to be the death of someone.
Verdächtigen.
To suspect.
Verletzen.
To injure, to hurt.
Sich verschlimmern.
To get worse.
Verurteilen.
To sentence.
Wiedergutmachen.
To make up for.
Anreichen mit.
To add.
Ausgestattet mit.
Endowed with.
Ausgezeichnet mit.
Awarded with.
Auszeichnen mit.
To award, to label.
Austragen.
To deliver.
Behandeln.
To treat, to deal with, to handle.
Bekämpfen.
To combat.
Bewirken.
To cause.
Dokumentieren.
To show, to document.
Dosieren.
To measure into doses, to measure out, to dispense, to hand out.
Einpflanzen.
To plant.
Einsetzen.
To use, to give, to deploy, to start playing.
Sich einsetzen für.
To do what one can so.
Entwickeln.
To develop.
Experimentieren mit.
To experiment with.
Heilen.
To heal, to clear up, to cure.
klonen,
To clone.
kreieren,
To create.
leiden an,
To suffer from.
löschen,
To put out, to erase, to quench.
patentieren lassen,
To take out a patent on, to have patented.
schützen vor,
To protect from.
schützen gegen,
To protect against.
schützen vor,
To protect from.
schützen,
To protect.
verabreichen,
To prescribe.
verschreiben,
To prescribe.
sich verschreiben,
To write incorrectly.
vorbeugen,
To prevent.
sich vorbeugen,
To lean forward.
zeugen,
To father, to generate.
zweckentfremden,
To use in a way in which it wasn't intended to be used.
abbilden,
To portray.
abstrahieren aus,
To abstract from.
anfertigen,
To make up, to draw up, to do.
angehören,
To be a member of.
assoziieren,
To associate, to have associations.
auflösen,
To dissolve, to disband, to cancel, to clear up.
bilden,
To form, to set up, to broaden one's mind.
sich bilden,
To form.
sich eine Meinung bilden über,
To form an opinion about.
sich ein Urteil bilden über,
To form a judgment about.
erzeugen,
To create.
erscheinen,
To seem, to come out, to turn up.
hervortreten,
To step out, to emerge, to protrude, to bulge, to emerge, to stand out, to become evident, to come to the fore.
personifizieren,
To personify.
reizen,
To irritate, to stimulate, to appeal to annoy, to tease, to provoke, to bid.
revoltieren,
To revolt, to rebel.
sich auseinandersetzen mit,
To have a good look at, to tackle the problem of, to talk with, to argue with.
Überragen.
To tower above, to outshine.
Überwiegen.
To prevail, to be predominant.
Umgeben von.
To surround by.
Verleihen.
To lend to award.
Wirken auf.
To act on.
Wirken.
To seem, to appear.
Zeichnen.
To draw, to subscribe for.
Ablehnen.
To decline, to disapprove of.
Aufwachsen.
To grow up.
Bewahren vor.
To save from.
Bewahren.
To keep.
Entstehen.
To emerge.
Gestalten.
To lay out, to arrange, to organize, to structure, to dress, to shape, to become, to turn, to develop.
Glücken.
To be a success.
Hängen an.
To be attached to.
Schief hängen.
To not hang straight.
Hängen.
To hang.
Den Kopf hängen lassen.
To be downcast.
Herstellen.
To produce.
Kontakt herstellen zu.
To make contact with.
Hervorbringen.
To produce, to utter, to create.
Koppeln an.
To join to.
Sich lockern.
To come loose.
Nachahmen.
To imitate, to emulate, to take off, to mimic, to copy.
Prägen.
To leave its mark on, to mend.
Sich breit machen.
To spread.
Mach dich nicht so breit.
Don't take so much room.
Sich fügen.
To obey.
Fügen auf.
To place onto.
Rüsten für.
To prepare for.
Rüsten zu.
To prepare.
Rüsten gegen.
To arm oneself for.
Schaffen.
To pass, to manage.
Zu schaffen machen.
To worry.
Das ist geschafft.
It's done.
Schaffen.
To create.
Geschaffen sein für.
To be tailor-made for.
Stammen aus.
To come from, to date from, to be derived from.
Überfordern.
To stretch, to expect too much of.
Verdrängen.
To oust, to suppress, to eliminate, to knock off, to repress, to push to the back of one's mind, to block out.
Verschwinden.
To clear off, to disappear, to vanish.
Wiederbeleben.
To revive, to resuscitate, to resurrect.
Beleben.
To stimulate.
Beliebt sein.
To be very busy.
Zugreifen.
To help oneself.
Der Wandel.
Change, transformation.
Betrachten.
To consider, regard, to contemplate, look at.
Erläutern.
To elaborate, to explain.
Fällt auf.
To be noticeable.
Der Altersaufbau.
Age distribution.
Das Bundesamt.
Federal Statistical Office.
Die Untergrenze.
Minimum level, lower limit.
Mittleren.
Average middle, middle-aged.
Obergrenze.
Upper limit.
Die Auskunft.
Information.
Dargestellt.
Shown, represented, depicted, portrayed.
Stammt.
Comes from, to be derived.
Hervor. Aus hervor.
ADV out of STH.
Abgenommen.
Decreased.
Gesunken.
Decreased, sank.
Auffälligkeit.
Distinctive feature, conspicuousness, noticeable, remarkable.
Die Tendenz.
Tendency, trend.
Schlussfolgerung.
Conclusion.
Womöglich.
If possible.
Zurückzuführen.
Can be traced back to lead back to.
Ursache.
Cause, reason.
Darin.
Therein, in it.
Umgekehrt.
Reversed, other way round.
Anteil.
Share, proportion, percentage, ratio, portion.
Prognostiziert.
Predicted.
Annahmen.
Assumptions.
Ausgegangen.
To turn out.
Geburtenhäufigkeit.
Birth.
Die Bevölkerungszahl.
Population figures.
Langfristig.
In long term.
Erhalten.
Obtain, receive, preserve.
Durchschnittlich.
Average, on the average.
Die Einwohnerzahl.
Number of inhabitants.
Derzeit.
Currently, at present, at the moment.
Voraussichtlich.
Expected to, probable, likely. To make one's mark.
Neigen.
To bend.
Sich dem Ende zuneigen.
To draw to a close.
Neigen zu.
To be prone to have a tendency to.
Punkten bei.
To score hit.
Postulieren.
To postulate.
Unterdrücken.
To oppress, to suppress, to hold back.
Unterstützen. Eintreten für.
To stand up for, to speak up for.
Eintreten.
To come in, to kick in, to occur, to come.
Eintreten in.
To join.
Entlarven.
To unmask, to expose, to uncover.
Fördern.
To foster, to extract.
Gleichsetzen mit.
To equate with, to treat as equivalent to.
Sich hervortun.
To distinguish oneself, to show off.
Sich hervortun.
To negotiate.
Ausschneiden aus.
To cut out from.
Sich bewerben bei
To apply for with.
Einfordern.
To demand.
Einreden.
To persuade.
Sich einreden.
To talk oneself into believing.
Wer hat dir denn das eingeredet?
Who put that into your head?
Einreden auf.
To keep on and on at.
Abblocken.
To block, to stall.
Abbrechen.
To stop, to break off, to call off.
Anringen gegen.
To run against, to storm, to attack, to run into, to fight against.
Anschwärzen.
To blacken, name, to run down, to blacken, to get dirty.
Aufholen.
To catch up on.
Aufsteigen.
To rise.
Aufsteigen zu.
To be promoted to.
Aushandeln.
To support, to back.
Vereinbaren.
To agree, to arrange.
Vermeiden.
To evade, to avoid.
Verzichten auf.
To do without.
Voraussetzen.
To presume, to take for granted, to require, to demand.
Wirken auf.
To act on, to give the impression of being, to see as.
Wirken.
To seem, to appear.
Abstreiten.